sticking with week one just for a little bit more. We're going to talk about three more things we have to talk about, since we already talked about it a little bit, is Brazil. Now, this was the first game. This is the first game to be played in Brazil. It was on primetime. It was highly advertised by the NFL. Player safety was a big concern for the players outside the stadium, but yet it was the field in the stadium that was the most dangerous. On the very first play from scrimmage, Eagles running back Saquon Barkley got his Philadelphia first snap. It was a 5-yard loss because of slipping immediately after taking a pitch. In the second quarter, the turf helped the Eagles score a touchdown as receiver A.J. Brown escaped from Packers quarterback Jair Alexander, who slipped while trying to tackle Brown as the receiver returned upfield. Later in the half, Packers quarterback Jordan Love lost his footing as he faked a handoff, causing him to rush his ensuing throw, which was nearly intercepted on another Packers drive. Running back Emmanuel Wilson slipped at the end of a 14-yard run, cutting his explosive rush short. One play later, Green Bay receiver Dentavion Wicks also slipped very badly midfield while running a route, causing Jordan Love to miss, and once again, a near interception. So it was time and time again. Obviously, we were all typing in the group chat saying this is embarrassing. So Drew, give me your takeaways from Brazil, specifically about this field.
Yeah, I'm just going to go to a quote from Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark says, "It was trash. I've played in snow, I've played in rain, and I've never played on a surface as bad as that."
Yep.
This is a player that we're talking about the Packers. The Packers play in Lambeau Field, which is a frozen tundra for 70% of the season.
Yep.
And it was absolute trash. And now we have a star quarterback who just signed a massive extension in the offseason. Basically, the Packers season is over, because I don't know if you guys have, if he misses 3 games, maybe, but if he misses 4 to 6, I don't know if you guys know anything about their backup, but he may be the worst backup in the league. And he's probably battling that out with a former 49ers quarterback, Trey Lance. But Willis, I mean, just what are the Packers going to do? They're going to run the ball 70 times a game. That season, the Packers had an amazing showing last year. We were all talking about how great they could be this year. And now, because of field conditions, it's over like that. It's just very disappointing.
Absolutely. And when it comes to looking at the Packers, looking forward to them, immediately afterwards it happened, and looking at the very, very close replay, and it looking like something almost popped or moved. It was kind of weird to see. So it was great to hear that he did not have any actual structural damage to his ACL. But at the end of the day, looking at the Packers schedule, I had them starting out at 6-0. Yes, they did obviously lose their first game. But I still had them, at that point, you could still call it 5-1. They have the Colts next week, Titans after that. They face the Vikings, the Rams, the Cardinals, and the Texans. That brings us all the way up to October 20th. That is the next 6 weeks. So that's the first 7 weeks of their season. And with backup Malik Willis, I'm right there with you, Drew. I don't see them beating the Colts, especially with how Anthony Richardson and how the Colts looked last week against one of my favorite teams going into the season, the Houston Texans. The Titans did not look good. They might be able to pull out a win there, but the Titans defense looked pretty good holding that Bears offense. Obviously week 1, rookie quarterback. We can talk about that obviously a little bit later, but then Vikings, Rams, Cardinals, Texans, you have a bunch of tough teams leading into there. So if he's missing for any more than 3-4 weeks, yeah, we're talking about the Packers schedule and their playoff hopes kind of slowly dwindling because of this. It's very disappointing.